What's up, guys? I think, yep, I totally messed up the. Just lost. KD Trey 5. You are disappointed. So is all of Brooklyn. Somehow they lose. Let's be honest. If the Nets were fully healthy, they would have won this series. Okay, we all know this. So no Kyrie Irving. James Harden was clearly a shell of himself. So it was all Kevin Durant. It was all KD out there. He scored the most points in Game 7 history. In regulation, it goes to overtime. Did you guys see it was a long two that he also almost shot to tie the game again in overtime. And so basically Kevin Durant was very tired. Kevin Durant was exhausted, and it makes total sense. I don't feel bad for him, though, because so many teams here in the NBA playoffs are injured. The Clippers are injured. The Lakers are injured. The Jazz were injured, up and down. Now, Joel Embiid is injured for Philly. So we don't feel bad for the Brooklyn Nets. But the Bucks, honestly, I don't think deserved to win this game. It was such ugly basketball. They continued to not double Kevin Durant. The Brook Lopez out of timeout play at the end of regulation was so ugly. I mean, that was the worst out of timeout play that I've ever seen. They give it to Brook Lopez, and he doesn't even shoot the ball. It was like such an ugly game. Giannis takes 15 seconds to airball free throws. So I don't know if the Bucks are worthy Eastern Conference finalists, but they're going to be in the big game, in the big series rather. And so it's going to be the Bucks against either the Atlanta Hawks or the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll find out tomorrow in their Game 7. But, I guess the Bucks got to feel good about advancing to the NBA Finals because, the Hawks are just happy to be here, and the Sixers look broken. They look broken mentally with how they've given up big leads. Their superstar, Joel Embiid, has a hurt meniscus, and Ben Simmons is just an embarrassment, basically. So the Bucks have to feel good about making their first NBA Finals since 1971, I believe, in Lou Alcindor. But, so now the offseason begins for the Brooklyn Nets. And, obviously we're going to do an offseason Wednesday video for the Brooklyn Nets, but basically there don't need to be major changes because it was really just health. They could point to health and say, if we were healthy, we would have won that series. So, unbelievable. Let's get Phoenix Hansen in here because he was watching the game as well. If you guys watched the other live the other day, Phoenix, this is Phoenix. He is my nephew. Mm-hmm. Phoenix, what was your overall impression of the game? How did you feel about it after watching that exciting Game 7? What did you think?
Well, the Bucks just played very sloppily.
Yep.
So it's just they played horribly, and if they deserve to win, which they did win, then wow.
Just unbelievable.
Kevin Durant was doing amazing as well, but none of the other players were really
contributing.
Yeah.
I agree. That's right.
And that one play where they gave it to Lopez and he was holding the ball, he could have made that shot, and if he was fouled, make the free throws.
And in the game in regulation.
And that would have won the game. No. Never mind. So if he had done that anyways, then instead he did a really sloppy pass 10 feet in the air or above his head, and
it gave Kevin Durant a chance to win the game, and KD would have won the game had he been 2 inches back. And instead of a long 2, it would have been a 3. So it's almost like the Bucks.
And he had made his shot because he airballed it.
No. In regulation, when KD made the long shot, but it was a long 2, and that was after Brook Lopez's awful decision, and so it's almost like the Bucks should have lost this game.
Yeah.
Because KD should have been 2 inches behind, so the Bucks are really lucky to win this game.
Seriously.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So, what questions do you have, either for me or Phoenix? We're gonna do like maybe 1 minute of questions, and then that's it, guys. We're looking forward to the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, guys. So, first up, We've got Katie went backpacking. Bucks only won because of the Kyrie injury. I totally agree. Casey, can the Hawks win Game 7? Yes, they can. All right, Casey, who wins Philly against the Hawks tomorrow? I'm going to go Hawks. And the reason why I go Hawks, guys, is because I've just seen that the Sixers have just not been mentally there. They've blown those big leads. Obviously, they have the talent to win, but we'll see. Is that your kid? No, it's not. It's my wife's brother's son. That's it, yeah. Let's see. Casey, do you think the Clippers will still win? I think the good news is that Kawhi is out for Game 1, but all that means is he could come back. So we'll see if Kawhi Leonard comes back. We'll see. Do you think the Nets need to get a center this offseason? Yeah, but good luck because you don't have any money. Do you think the Nets, blah, blah, blah. Who is your favorite NBA player?
LeBron James.
LeBron James, guys. My favorite NBA player would be Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, someone asked if you were my favorite uncle.
Where?
It was Phoenix. Is Casey your favorite uncle?
What's the answer?
Yes, I actually answered. I actually told him that earlier today, which is why it's pretty ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. But you're putting him on the spot. That's not fair. Let's see. What do you think of Durant's shot in overtime? Durant's final shot in overtime, I don't blame Kevin Durant. He was so tired. Look, he airballed it, but, I mean, can you blame the guy?
Seriously, if he had made that, it would have been a long 2. So
That's true. It would have been a long 2 as well. So
it would have tied the game.
it would have just tied the game.
And
you would think he would learn that lesson from his last shot in regulation. But whatever the case, you know, the Bucks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we'll see who they play tomorrow. So, Phoenix, high five. His favorite team is the Lakers and not the Phoenix Suns. Actually, how do you explain that? How do you not pick the Phoenix Suns as your favorite team?
my name doesn't describe my personality. That simple.
That simple, guys. All right, we'll catch you after the next game tomorrow. We got 2 big games tomorrow. He's Phoenix. I'm Casey. You guys are the best. Appreciate it. Later.